Hey Cafe Crew, it's Colin here. I got something really big here to unbox. Can you guys guess what it is? I'm gonna do a comprehensive review on it, but let's pop it open. Alright, get ready for the big reveal. Here we go. This is what it is. iMac Pro. Okay, check it out here. Nice big 5K display. Which of course is very thin on the side. And it can tilt up or down. So those are kind of like the different viewing angles. And one of the things you'll notice, apart from the fact it's space gray, you're going to see there's a lot of vents on the back here for ventilation to keep this thing cool. Multi-core processor. We've got a headphone jack. We've got a card reader slot for a CF card. We've got 4 USB 3. I think they believe 3.1. I'll double check that. 4 USB-Cs. And even an Ethernet cable for a network, which is great because Apple hasn't included a Ethernet in a lot of their other products in a long time. A little cleaning pad, black of course, and no way, look at that, the stickers are black. There's this cable in here. It's a USB to Lightning cable, so we're obviously got the Lightning so we can plug in our iPhones and our iPads, charge them, and work that way. I'm kind of surprised that they still went with USB though, and not USB-C. Come on, Apple, what are you thinking? You're fully committed into USB-C on my MacBook Pro. I can't use anything else. You're clearly saying USB-C is better, so why the heck is this USB 3 and not USB-C? Just a question. Let's talk about these accessories. Number one, the mouse. It comes with the mouse or the trackpad. I got both the trackpad and the mouse so my client can have the options that they prefer. Now for me, I don't like the Magic Mice as they call it very much. I just don't find them very comfortable in the hand. They're not very well ergonomically designed. I tend to use Logitech mice myself. And then as far as the trackpad, these can be kind of useful for the gestures and things like that. But people who know me know that I like to use my Wacom tablet. So I use a Wacom Intuos Pro, and I can do all the gestures and stuff like that on there. But this is not bad. This is kind of useful. It's kind of a nice little wedge there, and that will work fine. And the whole thing, by the way, there's no moving parts in here anymore. This is entirely taptic feedback, so it's just a solid block. The keyboard's nice. I like this keyboard. It's a numeric. It's a full-size keyboard, but it's also in a smaller form factor than the other one. So let's get this thing plugged in. And it's a tiny little Apple logo. Look at it. That means this is super high res. Okay, so I'm downloading all the Creative Cloud apps that I need for video right now. But while I'm doing this, why don't I talk about the configuration? Because as you know, the iMac Pro is not cheap. The base model is $5,000. So what I wanted to do is get the maximum bang for the buck for editing video without breaking the bank and going into $10,000 or $12,000. So here's what I did. I stayed with the original 8-core for one good reason. So as you get more cores, if you're working with software that takes advantage of all these 10, 12, etc. cores, then you're going to get good performance. However, the individual clock speed slows down the more cores you jam in there. And the reason for that is heat. You jam more cores in, it generates more heat, and they can't run as fast. So you'll notice with the higher configuration, the clock speed goes down. So I know I'm going to be using some applications that are not using more than 8 cores. So the 3.2 is a pretty good starting place there. But the things that really matter when it comes to working with video is RAM and also the video card. So the first thing I did is I dropped the extra $800 for the video card upgrade. So that goes from 8 to 16 gigs of video. I don't know why you wouldn't do that. Remember, these things are not upgradable. And also another thing that made sense to upgrade was the RAM. It made sense to upgrade to 64 gigs of RAM because you know what, that's sufficient for working in Premiere Pro and After Effects. You're going to be fine. and it's a little bit of money. But to jump up to the 128, it's a lot more money, and I don't think it's really worth the value for the difference that you're going to see versus the amount of money you're going to drop. So this one is 64 gig, and these run devilishly fast at 2,666 megahertz. See what I did there? So looking at the drives inside, I stuck with the 1 terabyte SSD. There's no reason to go to the 2 or the 4 terabyte SSD, drop thousands of dollars, when all I need to do is plug in a USB-C SSD drive like the one that I use from Samsung. And that gives plenty of speed and plenty of room for expansion. So all in all, this starts in the United States at $5,000. I closed this out at $6,400. $1,400 extra I could see as bang for the buck. That's the best value. This is a lot of money, but don't forget you're also getting a 5K Retina display. And I gotta tell you, this screen is freaking beautiful. This is a gorgeous screen. Looks really, really nice, actually. So this is a machine we're working with right now. This is working with a client who has deep pockets, and they want the best bang for the buck and the best computer that they can get for editing video on a Mac system. So let's find out if this really is a good choice or not. All right, guys, so that's the new iMac Pro from Apple. Now, one of the strengths of it is the screen, the 5K display. Now, that thing is super bright. In fact, if I turn it all the way up to brightness, it lights up the whole room. I wouldn't actually view it at full brightness because it's just so bright. It's great. The other thing about it is you can adjust the resolution. So if the 5K is too much, you can drop the resolution down a little bit. And that also allows you to see icons and things like that a little bit bigger. So the display is an absolute winner in my book. One of the things where this iMac Pro really shines is ergonomics. I mean, this is just stunning. Looking at it on a disc, you get this beautiful space gray aluminum enclosure. It's beautiful, gorgeous screen, nice form factor. The accessories are really nice. I love the keyboard. And then, of course, it's got the matching mouse and trackpad. I'm not really a user of the mouse and trackpad, but for people who are, they're going to find it great. So for an all-in-one system that packs some punch, this is a great system. But how does it hold up to other computers? Tune in tomorrow to find out. As far as performance, I've got some great tests I've been running on it, and I'm going to release that video tomorrow because I don't want to make this one too long. But we've also gone into real depth there, and I'm comparing it with 3 other machines. I'm going to compare it to the trash can Mac Pro, to the latest MacBook Pro, and then also I'm going to bring a dark horse in there. We're going to be using an Alienware Aurora R6, I believe it is, PC that we're also going to be comparing in different tests. And these are the tests we're going to do. We're going to do video and we're going to do images photography. So anyway, guys, check out for that for tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button into dust. Don't forget, drop a comment. Let me know what you think about this. How would you configure it? Do you think this is the right way to go? And out of the other computers that we're going to be testing, which one are you most excited about? Let me know. Anyway, if you're not part of the Cafe crew, don't forget, hit that subscribe button right now because every week we have videos. We do tech reviews, drones, and cameras and things like that, but mostly we do Photoshop and Lightroom tutorials. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, I'll see you at the cafe.